Malfunction number 2, you want to show them? Failure to feed.
You're drenched.
Yes.
And not in the good way.
Whoa.
Fit check.
Correct. And you know what? They all fall to 45 ball. Oh, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to the Trench Grenade channel. I am your host, the average M1 Garand and World War II paratrooper LARP does in fact go hard video enjoyer that your mom says that we have at home. Thanks for watching. Guys, the purpose of today's video is we are going to be reviewing and doing a 1,000-round burn down on the Tisas M1911A1 government. Okay, now, full disclaimer, I did buy this gun with my own money. What I want you guys to do at this point is get down below and let us know what are your predictions on how far this gun will survive. There's, some guys saying that it's going to go the full 5,000. There's some guys saying that it might not even last today. So get down below and let us know what your predictions are. Real quick, guys, if you're enjoying watching this in the AC and you're really comfortable, you're sitting on the toilet, you're enjoying your beer and your coffee or whatever you got going on, all that I ask that you do is hit the like button and comment down below a combat llama emoji. And it is Independence Day, so leave some sort of American flag emoji down below, as it is our Independence Day, and that is mega base. If you want to support the channel monetarily, all you got to do is donate to the ammunition fund if you want to show them up close all that goodness that we got going on. So we have purchased, obviously, all the ammunition with our own money, but if you want to help donate to the ammunition fund, well, there'll be a link down below to do that. And last, but certainly not least, Safariland. If you need a duty-rated holster for work, for play, for whatever you got going on, go down below, check out Safariland Holsters. They are the sponsor of the channel. They are mega base, and they are going to provide you a deal. If you harass them enough and tell them that Trench Grenade sent you, they will give you a discount off of your Safariland duty holster. Let's talk about the gun before we get into it. Obviously, it's a full steel M1911A1 clone from Tisas. We already did the unboxing. All you need to know is this is a clone of a 1911A1, a World War II model GI. What we're going to do is we're going to secure these magazines. We're going to go over here and we're going to start blasting in roughly 200 round intervals. We'll let the gun cool down slightly and then we'll begin shooting. The first magazine we're going to be using through the gun is going to be this Wilson Combat magazine. Now I should note every other magazine that we use today will be a Springfield Armory GI magazine or a Metgar magazine. So this will be the only Wilson Combat mag. We're only using it as the first magazine to test function of the gun. We're going to see which magazines are reliable and which mags are not. So without further ado, we're going to be shooting this target here at roughly 30 meters, right? And you know what they say. I don't carry a 40, I only carry a 45 because they don't make a 46 and they all fall to 45 ball. Here we go. First shots through the Tisas M1911. Okay, we got trigger freeze. That's not reassuring. Okay, malfunction, trigger did not reset on the very first round. Okay, malfunction number 2, you want to show them? Failure to feed. Malfunction number 2, failure to feed. Could be a long day, Nighthawk. Okay, 2 malfunctions on the first magazine. All right, first mag done. Wilson Combat. How many malfunctions? 3? 2. 2 malfunctions on the first magazine. We will keep count. This is a US GI, either a Springfield or Metgar magazine. Okay, no issues with the first GI magazine. Moving on to another US GI magazine. Gun is very accurate. We'll shoot one more mag and then we'll go down range and show them the target. The gun is very accurate. This is another, again, US GI 45 ACP magazine. Take a shot every time he says 45 ACP US GI. Here we go. All right, let's go down range and show him the target real quick. I just want to show him the accuracy of the gun. I mean, it's the bullets are going right where I'm holding it, okay? Obviously, I'm not shooting groups or anything, but the bullets at 30 meters, that is very, very good. I'm sure the guys will be happy with that accuracy of the service pistol. Okay, let's go back. Comment down below what the drip rate is. What do you think, Nighthawk? What is the rating on the drip? The World War II paratrooper drip.
It's a vibe.
I'm definitely paying the price for it right now.
Yeah, you're drenched.
Yes.
And not in the good way.
Whoa. Huh. All right, here we go. I can barely see that front sight. Okay, magazine number something. We're not going to keep track. We're just going to keep burning it. Whoop. All right, one-handed. Crouch in the wire. That was based. I'm not going to lie. Okay, we're going to reset mag. So ironically enough, the only malfunctions we've had, the 2 malfunctions that we've had so far, have been with the Wilson Combat Magazine. Now, if you want to show them the other magazines, Nighthawk, that we're using here, a lot of you guys said, hey, Trench, don't use the USGI, don't use the USGI, only use Wilson Combat Magazine. So it's just interesting to note that we had a trigger reset, so that would have been on the gun, right? We can attribute that to the gun, the trigger, or the hammer, the internal firing mechanism not resetting, right? And then the magazine on that failure to feed. So as we go through testing here and as we burn, if you want to show them this lovely 45 ACP, give them a good close-up of that. As we go through, also America, boom. As we go through this burn down and we test the different magazines and go through this 45, it'll be interesting to know if the Wilson Combat Magazine is not good in this gun, okay? So I'm going to finish loading up these magazines and we'll get back out there. What will die first, the 45 ACP or me from shooting all this ammo in the heat? We'll find out. Happy Independence Day, guys. Leave your combat llama and American flag emojis down below and donate to the freaking ammo fund. Malfunction. Stovepipe. You got a good look at that? Stovepipe. Failure to feed. Malfunction. Number 3. That was with a USGI magazine. I'll show them the magazine right now. Okay, that is with a Metgar. So far we've had issues with the Metgar magazine and the Wilson Combat magazine. Okay, going to Wilson Combat. Gun is very accurate. I'll note that. The gun is very accurate so far. Okay. Oh. M1911A1. One-handed. Okay. No issues with limp wrist or anything like that. All right, she's heating up a little bit there. All right, so far 3 malfunctions, 1 with the Metgar magazine, 2 with the Wilson Combat magazine. We're gonna let her cool off up here and reload these magazines.
When was this gun primarily used?
1911 to about 75 years of service. The Marines got rid of it in 2015, an upgraded model. The MARSOC M45, I guess, was the most recent one. But yeah, this gun's been used by USGIs and Marines for 75 years, right, or more. So yeah, that's why, like, I know everyone talks about FUDs and this and that and 45, blah, 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 but, you know, at the end of the day, the 45 ACP, you know, it is a significantly larger caliber. So when you're looking at a 9 compared to a 45, it's easy to see where guys can be like, it's a bigger bullet, bigger hole. It's fun. I'm not going to lie. Like, shooting a 1911, obviously, you know, it's America's day right now, Independence Day, but shooting a 1911 and an M1 Garand, right? There's nothing more American. There really is nothing more American than that, an all steel 1911. So say what you will. Obviously, most guys are going to carry a Glock, or equivalent for carry. But there is something to be said about 45 ACP and 30-06. So there's definitely something to be said about that. One thing there is to be said about the 1911 for the guys in World War II, okay, obviously the average infantryman would not have been issued a 1911. So oftentimes what you would see in any of these World War II movies or in pictures is a private, okay, this gun is clear and safe, hammered down, okay. They would have it literally, tucked in their web gear or something with the hammer down with a loaded magazine in the gun. And what they would do when their M1 went dry, they would literally just pull that gun out, okay? Very hard to do with one hand. They would pull that, again, this gun is clear and safe, remember the 4 rules of weapon safety. They would pull that gun out, rack it, one hand, and that is kind of how they used it. There's that famous picture or famous scene in Band of Brothers when the US GI's running, he's like a mortarman or something. He has his rifle slung because he's carrying stuff. A German comes out of the building, okay? He has the gun exactly like this. He pulls it out, racks it, shoots the German. Okay, and that's oftentimes how this gun was carried by guys that they had a rifle. I wish I had my M1. It's over there, but they had their M1 Garand. Their primary role was to be a rifleman, but they came across a German that had a malfunction or whatever, and they kind of carried it in a condition too. Israeli carry, I guess, and that's how they used it, right? One-handed, because they were carrying other equipment. So just cool things to note. I just want to note again, the accuracy is doing exactly what we want the gun to do. We have 3 malfunctions so far. We're nearing the 300-ish round mark, right? We fired some rounds off camera to speed this up. We're nearing the 300-ish round mark. Have about 3 malfunctions so far, right? 3 malfunctions?
Yes.
Okay, so we'll keep track of that. We'll keep documenting as we go. This will put us, after this string of fire, will put us near the 400 round mark on the M1911A1 from Turkey. Okay, 2 misses there. My super period correct mechanics gloves. Oh, look at that smoke coming out of there. She's getting hot now.
Yeah.
I mean, we should know the ambient is about 95 degrees probably out here.
Yeah,
So
like
it's
90% humidity.
yeah. Oh yeah, we should note, we did lubricate this gun before we began firing. We lubricated it, but normally with a 1911, around 500 rounds, you have to re-lubricate. So we're going to see if this thing pushes past that amount here today. That thing is smoking. You getting a good look at that?
Yeah.
That thing is smoking.
Now tell me about when I was looking at it. I pointed out trying to get in view, the loop towards.
Oh, the lanyard loop. That lanyard loop is literally, this gun's going to be extremely hot, but we are clear and safe. That lanyard loop, imagine I had a holster. If you need a holster, a duty-rated holster for modern day, check out Safariland for duty-rated holsters. Thank you to Safariland. But this lanyard loop, if you had a holster or a chest holster, mine's on the way, they would literally have it tied down, so if your gun was on the ground and you started walking, it would be like having your dog behind you, okay? But yeah, it's a USGI requirement or government requirement that all service pistols have
Safety lanyard.
a safety lanyard or a retention lanyard. All right, let's do some super high speed. I mean, this thing's badass, dude. I'm enjoying it for sure. Show them the sights as they're getting all carboned up. These sights are trash. They are gutter sights. That's what I'm looking at through the sights. They're horrible sights. Sir, crowd's in the open. Based. Okay, we're gonna reload these magazines. Uh-oh, I dropped my 1911. Okay. If you haven't donated to the ammo fund or bought a holster using the link below, you're wrong, because I'm out here dying. This is the last string of fire that I'm going to wear this World War II top with, but I want to talk about it before I take it off. So obviously dudes would have the web gear that they would be issued if you want to show them, Nighthawk. So this belt down here would be like the web gear that they would be issued to hold on to. But oftentimes, okay, they would have these, if you want to show them the inside here where it says Cal 30, oftentimes they would have these Cal 30 bandoliers that they would get from the ammunition box. They would simply just throw a couple of these on, because obviously they're not wearing body armor, but they're wearing heavier ammunition, the in-block clips. So they would fill pockets full of cigarettes, their lighters, their food, whatever they needed, right, and ammunition. So a lot of times they wouldn't wear, like I said, a holster for the grunts, the privates, they wouldn't wear a holster. They would just have this thing, tucked in their belt somewhere with extra 45 mags in their pockets. And they would often not refer to this thing as a Colt or anything like that. They would just simply refer to the 1911 as their 45, okay? They wouldn't call it 1911. They wouldn't call it, that would be like nowadays us calling something a 2025. Not gonna happen. They would just call it, the 6.8, right? Or whatever, okay? So they often just refer to their handgun as the 45, and that's why you see these bulky pockets all over this uniform, is they're used for utility. And oftentimes in pictures, you'll see these guys had their actual issued belt kind of over their shoulder when they're hanging out, because there's no need to wear this, right? That's why here in a second, I'm about to take this thing off, because Nighthawk's watching me like, how's the face paint look?
Your forehead's almost gone.
Yeah, it's horrible. Okay, we're going hot. Yeah, here we go. Oh. Joe, cover me, I'm loading. Oh God. Cover me, Joe. For the time, when everyone else had 6 rounds in revolvers, having an auto 45 was kind of a big deal. With 7 rounds, or 8 rounds. This thing is getting hot, hot. I know I say that like 100 times in every burn down we do. This thing being all steel, I can feel the heat transferring through pretty quick. Woo! 45. Don't carry a 46 because they don't make a 46. Wilson Combat Mag. Did you show them my period correct Solomons? That's what they were wearing back in the day, boys. All right. This is how the officers were taught to stand. Seriously. One hand, blade off, or bladed. Woo! Maybe that's why. Look at that fouling. Oh, that's kind of cool. M1911A1 government, dude. That's badass. Okay, guys, get a good look at me because I'm going to take off this jacket.
Fit check.
Correct. And you know what? I'm half tempted. If the world ends tomorrow, I'm half tempted to use the 1911 and the M1 45 ACP and 30-06 and literally just rock it just for the vibes. The vibes alone.
Just the vibe. The American headband is also
Yeah.
a vibe.
I don't know what is more a vibe. The ammunition provided by the ammo fund down below.
Hint, hint. Thank you.
The Mega Base Safariland. Notice as it remains retained. That's a crazy content. That staccato over there.
Because
It's the best duty retention holster. But yeah. Also, show them the pointy end and everything. That is a actual pointer stick, we'll just say, on the end of that. Very collectible. I think it's a 1943 chopped down version from the US government. So that is mega based. So far we've had 3 malfunctions with, we're making some headway if you want to show them the ammo. We're making some headway with the ammunition over here. Yeah, I was going to say show them that. That's a vibe for sure. So what are your thoughts, Nighthawk, so far on the gun? Compared to like our normal burn downs with the striker fired 9mm? Like, are you noticing any difference, or from your
Just a
perspective?
slower rate of fire.
I could shoot faster, but I'm kind of enjoying the gun, if that makes sense. Like, I haven't shot a, here you go. I haven't shot a 1911 all steel gun in a long time. I've owned Springfields, I've owned, what else? Colts, Kimbers. So something about, I know it sounds super fuddy, but there is something about shooting a 45 on Independence Day, enjoying out here with your fiance, with the guys that are watching right now. They're probably, I'll try to get this edited up for them today. But yeah, they're probably like, man, this is badass. And I agree. I think it is. Okay, we're gonna get these gloves back on and get back to rolling. Well, now we're gonna find out if they do in fact all fall to 45 ball. We're gonna be back here at 100 meters, back here by the ballistic Bronco, because it's a truck. It's not an SUV. It's not a car. It's a truck. All right, here we go. Can't even see the target with those sights. Yep. The gun's running great now. The one Wilson Combat Mag. It's hard to see what I'm, these sights are horrible. Can't see shit out of this thing. I can't see, you can't see. All that matters is that the fucking gun can see. Now that's a raid. It's smoking. Are you seeing all that smoke come out of here?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's starting to get hot, that's for sure. I literally can't, I can barely see that front blade on that sight. I can barely see it, man. And look at the inside of this thing, it's getting dirty. Man. All right, more ammo. This is Nighthawk's first ever magazine through a all steel 1911 and 45. 2 World Wars has entered the chat.
Woo!
Hold it like normal. There you go. Okay.
Woo!
Old mag out, new mag in.
Oh, I'm good.
No, shoot one more mag.
Okay.
I got you.
It's a matter pocket.
So talk to him about the gun. What do you think?
Oh, she's heavy.
Yeah, it's heavy. Doesn't recoil that much, does it? More of a push. Yep, you're good. And then pull back and release. There you go. So find that front sight. A good sight picture. Smooth trigger.
Oh, malfunction.
Yep, hit the back. You didn't get it all the way in because you're limp. Yep, hit the back. Okay, there you go. You're limp wristing it. You got to hold it tight. There you go. Hold it tight. Okay, you got another malfunction. I'm going to attribute that to a limp wrist. You're holding it really loosely, so the gun is not able to cycle properly. Okay, rack it and get that stuff out of there. Oh, rack it back and get that stuff out of there.
It's racked back.
Oh, was that your last round?
Yeah.
Okay, so you had a limp wrist malfunction because you were not holding it tight enough. What do you think about the gun?
It's okay.
not your cup of tea?
No.
Okay. All right. At 700 rounds, and we're going to continue firing. I should note we've had 3 malfunctions. We're not going to include the one from Nighthawk because she was limp wristing the gun. We have not re-lubricated it. It's only working on its own accord at this point from the initial lubrication time. So 700 rounds in, that's just something to note because normally around 600 rounds with a staccato, you start to kind of feel the action reciprocate. So we're at 700 rounds. We're going to keep shooting. No re-lubrication has happened. If it starts to malfunction extensively, we will re-lubricate at that point. Here we go. Moving on. Ka-chunk. Can you hear that ka-clunk? Here, let's get some right side, show them the right side a little bit here. For the guys that donated to the ammo fund, so they can see that 45 in action. Woo, you can see that smoke come out of there now at the end. I know I say that pretty much every video, but yeah, that thing is smoking. Yeah, see that? Look at that thing. See that smoke coming out of there? Is it coming up on camera? That is wild. All steel gun. Wild. Okay, that was, I don't know, they'll count. We're now past the 700. We're gonna move on probably near to 800 and keep shooting. Okay guys, I just want to note for the record, I'm actually impressed so far. If this gets to 1,000 with only the 3 hiccups, I will be impressed for a very, very cheap 1911A1 clone from Tisas. I mean, I will be impressed. And that's from a guy that has bought the ammo, the mags, and the gun with his own money, no support other than the ammo fund. I know I keep mentioning it for a reason. It's to show that this gun is bought for you to be tested, not a fake advertisement. If this gun blows up right now, I'm gonna be memeing on it. Okay, here we go. The gun unsarcastically blows up. Oh. Oop. My bullets. You saw that? Yeah. Brass to the face. The second I pick it up shooting. Okay. Not sure what round count. We're near an 8 or 9. We'll keep loading until we're out of ammo of the 1,000. How about that? Okay, we'll load them back up, and once we get to 1,000, we'll do a debrief. All right, guys, this next ring of fire, we're going to shoot them as fast as possible in a safe manner, but we're going to see what the gun does when shot as fast as accurately possible. Pocket reloads included. Whew. Okay, all right guys, we're gonna go see if we got any more ammo to shoot and we'll be right back. Okay guys, this last string of fire should put us at the 1,000 round mark. Hopefully we won't have any more malfunctions, but we will see. We're at total of 3 malfunctions so far. Here we go. I'm sweating like crazy. My hand is exhausted. We did it, everybody. Okay, 3 malfunctions, 1,000 rounds on the Tisas 1911. I guess we'll go down range and show them the target while we talk. Whew. Show them the before and after. Whew, gun is hot. Okay, so 1,000 rounds on the Tisas M1911A1 U.S. Army Government and 45 ACP. Total of 3 malfunctions with the gun. This is the kind of, I guess, I don't know if I'd call it accuracy test, but just us pounding it. Obviously, this thing started completely white and orange. This is just what you get after 1,000 impacts, okay? But yeah, so far, 3 malfunctions. They were within the first mag, right? Basically. 2 in the first mag, yeah. And then 1 more Metgar. So 2 with the Wilson combat failures and 1 with the Metgar. Overall, I am extremely impressed by the gun so far at the 1,000 round mark. It's doing exactly what you would expect it to do hot at the as a 1911, okay, as a government style 1911. So I guess at this point we're going to cut. We're going to go back to the air conditioning where I will hopefully not die of heat exhaustion. I cannot harp on it enough, guys. If you want to support the channel, hit the like button, comment down below, literally anything. If you literally leave any comment, American flag, a combat llama emoji, firework emoji, let me know if you enjoyed this video. If you want to support the channel monetarily, you guys already know what to do. I beat the dead horse. Ammunition fund is huge. 45 ACP is expensive right now, and we are all self-funded, okay? If you want to support further monetarily, Safariland, thank you, Safariland, for partnering with the channel. If you need a duty-rated holster, unlike me, and you don't want to end up like me out here with literally no holster, okay, then go to Safariland and grab a duty-rated holster for work or LARPing needs. Thanks for being here, guys, and until next time, this is going to be Trench Grenade and Nighthawk, your average go touch grass, enjoy America, video enjoyer that your mom says that we have at home. Thanks for watching. Cheers.